Grand almost evening, everyone. It's Shay and I'm back with another video. Oh, my stomach hurts so bad today. I'm telling you, I'm just laying around like I normally do. Sometimes my mind just be in a different zone. But I was just thinking, I said, I know that these people ain't talking about some when it's time to go, it's time to go. It's almost like they've been working on somebody as a science project all somebody's life. A lot of people made money off of this, fake guardianships and stuff like this. And it's almost like they're trying to see if somebody can sire you or alter you or something like this. And they're going to kick good people out because they didn't want to, or either they couldn't. But I'm thinking, wouldn't the biggest failure of them all would be whoever this that been playing this game with somebody's life as if they're some type of animal for the past 40 plus years? Wouldn't it be that person that would need to give this up and just move on and just give up that's why I said I don't have nothing against these alleged Christ-like energies that could have came on the planet. I don't have nothing against that. I just feel like those are the people in the middle, the monkeys in the middle. Usually these are men that have a following, they have an entourage, they have groups or a large following of people. They were able to rally up some people. So when we talk about the Empress and then resources and then rallying up resources, I mean, the people are the resources. I don't know if they know that as they give everything to this leader or something like this, the leader actually is feeding off of them and their energy. So I didn't really mind if I was going to be doing this alone, as long as these people leave me alone and let me just do what I'm doing, I know it's something different, right? But if you notice, the ones that had the entourages and the friends, it always came back to them being boule and not boule, but waking up and then dying recently after that. It's almost like it's a feminine energy. They being kind of chauvinistic or something about it, but there's still a different presence here. Like, because I was thinking about the Bible and it said, no blade, no nothing shall touch him. But I think it's a her. I think, because Farrakhan says that, but I feel like it's a her. I feel like somebody knows this. If you do have a support system, they don't want you to know about this support system. Ain't that sad? Ain't that real sad? They trying to think of anything to put around you to act like you not who you say you are. And meanwhile, these men are taking it in the backside. These men are doing feminine things, wearing girls' clothing. Come on, man. I'm not saying nothing about nobody, what they do with their personal time or in the dark or in their bedroom or something like this. I'm just saying, don't come over here thinking you about to dominate nothing over here. That's just the only thing I'm just saying. I don't go around trying to use my power if I had it to dominate other people. I'm not trying to use it to manipulate. Most of the things I say probably going to have people want to go in the other direction. They don't want to hear no more anyway. Because I ain't the one. If somebody could try to say I'm not black or I'm not colored or African American, well, I'm not these things really, but I'm not a colored person or a brown person or something like this, but it's kind of like when you're in school and those friends, they don't necessarily tell you that you're doing something wrong. They actually they enjoying that you're doing this thing or something, or y'all doing this thing or something. Nobody steps in to say, did you know you know that you got a big calling on your life? Maybe you shouldn't do this, or maybe you shouldn't do that, or something like this, or whatever. Because I feel like they're turning out a lot of young girls because the mothers are being badgered, and then the witches and the darker women, meaning dark entities, are the ones that want to be these den mothers. They want to raise them up. Like I told you, Islam has a group of women, some of these thotty women that they promote online and stuff like this and dress them up like Barbie dolls and put them and tempt men in front of them. But they allowed them to do that. But then the ones that really have some type of power or bring more than just that one thing like beauty or a nice body or stealing money, somebody that brings more to the table, they don't want you to be seen in that light. They don't want you to. Or like I said, I'm in a hiatus. Shit, I've been cooking and cleaning and shit for 25 years. Now most of my children is gone. I'm not in that energy even no more. I'm not even in the energy of that that nurture. Not right now. It's a season. See, these people got their rituals and their clocks out and their time of the day. We're not even talking about none of that. This is ridiculous. Because they really not in touch with God. They just got to pretend. They use paganism to pretend like they connected to something. That don't even make no sense. If I'm talking to God, or if I'm doing this or something after 6 o'clock, it's not going to be to bring the same energy or the same blessing if I had said it around 5 o'clock before the sun went down. This just sounds ridiculous to me. But if you got enough people to think that way, or it's a cult that's doing this, well, they would think that it's the right thing to do because they've been able to pay or buy themselves out of situations or whatever this is. Somebody's going to pay big time. Now, I'm not going to be sitting here 30 years from now talking about, I want representation or reparations for this. See, it's in the Bible say, when is somebody going to come and choose? When are you going to come and start judging your own people? See, black people don't like to be called out by the things that we do as a whole, or so-called black people. They don't. They just don't, because they don't want to change nothing really. They don't want change. They want to keep on doing the same thing in the dark to each other, keep on pulling each other down like crabs in a barrel, and then keep on being able to whine about the same things that they allegedly been whining about for hundreds of years. Some of you might have been back there energetically or spiritually, but you're not now. It's so much time that went between that. There's no excuse. So this would be the people that's saying, it's time to go, trying to push you out or bully you out, or even mess around your house and your property or something like this in some type of weird way. But it's their time to go. This energy ain't being moved. Nobody can move it but God. And somebody is trying to say, you're forsaken by who? A group of imbeciles? A group of thieves? A group of people that, if by the list that I'm thinking, if I didn't even read the Bible, you couldn't be serious. You doing that could not be trying to judge me and tell me about me. You couldn't be. A lot of people talk about repentance, but repentance is basically just realizing something, whether you was doing it, somebody else was doing it to you, somebody was using it for you, using you for it or something like this, and then you analyze that, and then you just X that out of your life. A lot of these men that are saying they're Xing out people that don't bring nothing to the table, they don't know what nothing is. They don't know what the something is. What is the something that she's supposed to bring to the table? A fat ass? Money? What is the something that she brings to the table? And then somebody can bring everything to the table in the world, but if you haven't worked on yourself and you don't know how to deal with that woman or nurture that woman or nurture each other, it's not going to work anyway. What I mean by not going to work, you could be with somebody for a long time and it was functional, right? Maybe you didn't argue that much, you didn't, but the connection may not have been that strong, or passion may have not been in the relationship or something like this. Was it working? Well, there's 100 things that couldn't have been working. You didn't have passion. That might be one thing that's a major thing that was missing, but everything else worked. You were good you were decent coinciding with each other and doing your thing. Whether it's two people that live together by themselves, or they have children and they have a family or something. Like, who are these people to judge, especially people that haven't been in a relationship or a living relationship with somebody for more than 10 years or something? Most people haven't. So I wonder. Because if you notice, there's that element of the Israelites, which is not Israel. It's a watered down version of Israel, or a newer attachment of Israel. It's not Israel. It's not the thing. You notice how they speak about women and all this multiple partners and all this polygamy and stuff like this. Same thing as, the nation, which is something that has been able to, that's the first thing that lasted the longest that we've seen people of color be able to build and keep together for, a couple of decades or something like this. But both groups, the way they talk about, the way they treat women, or the women that they have, I'm about to say in prison, the women that they have taken in as wives or something, or their main person, versus maybe with the women that the ones that got money for whores, but maybe keep their wife at home poor. Now, this is not for everybody. I feel like the women that they like to keep poor is more than that. This is America. This is her soil, her resource that they like to keep that way. These other women that maybe don't have the same sense of entitlement, at least as their claim to the land or their stake on the land, well, they're allowing them to buy it up, open businesses and things like this. But the actual woman that actually has the juice, or the American girl, they want to keep her maybe pinned down at home with some children, only, affecting that part of something, not really knowing what's going on outside in the world unless they really try and dig into it, or what their man is doing outside of the house. When these people get a little bit higher in their bubble, because it's just another bubble. Like us that feel like we might have grew up in the Truman Show. Their bubble is just another bubble outside of that ring. Like, you're here, they got one outside here. There's a bigger one out here. I think it's the UN that has that symbol with the map on it, and then all those little rings. It look like it's imprisoned or whatever. The UN or one of these places has this logo. Also, a lot of these women that they're talking about or they're trying to shun now, these are the ones that were the most abundance when these people came in with their energy attachments. You had the most resources, you had the most abundance. You may still have this, something may be hidden from you and them, but they make sure to break down maybe like your friends and everything. At the same time, Source could be doing this with you to get you to, be humble and sit in one spot, not spend money. So when people claim that you're doing it, that's why they don't bring these claims to you and bring you through the ecclesiastical court system, because you will be able to beat it. They're using these underground Game of Thrones, which is a TV show. They're using these methods here. I mean, it's all the same. It all kind of ties somewhere into the biblical or historical something. These people study these things, study people and cultures, and then put it into like a movie kind of thing, right? So you can always find something. You can't get away with the Bible. Like, yes, we have older writings and everything, but it's still, if you know how to read the Bible, it's all in there. It's all in there. It's like a layered read. You have to be tapped into something else, okay? It's not these AI zombies that they dug the brains out and made them into Encyclopedia Browns and things like this, where they have the knowledge, but it's written in their mind. It's not written on their heart, so they don't do accordingly. They'll say, or they know things or see things, or they can create things in their mental, but they may not practice those things because it's not written in their heart. These people have a certain order or a certain way that they carry themselves, the way that they treat other people and things like this. And these people ain't afraid to call people out and call judgment. Or I don't know. Maybe it's my turn to call judgment on these people. I don't know. Okay. But again, for me to even be able to do that, they would have had to touch the tree of life. And the tree of life knows when somebody done touched it. So maybe again, somebody could have been in a sleeping beauty spell or a walking coma their whole life. And now Source is slowly waking you up and showing you what has been going on, because this is going to lead. It's not just to scare you or have you die or just end here. No, it's to show you those things so you can kind of look at it differently and then be able to move on and be able to move accordingly. Right. So this is about like shaming the woman or something like this. Now, these people wasn't ashamed when they was peekabooing, bugabooing in your business and recording you all these years to try to get a rap sheet of the things that they might want to call you out about. No, they were enjoying that. They could have even been coming in and using your energy, right? But you would have to know that you're winning in some kind of sense, right? If they feel like they have to do something like exploit you. Now, some of these women, I don't know what y'all doing, okay? These flowers or these women that was trying to get these men and blackmail them and have sex with them and then say they're going to tell or exploit them, mostly probably politicians and stuff, that people that want to do something to talk to other people, to make them think they're the right person to do the job, that will be sitting over and assessing something when it comes to people, resources, land, something like this, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these people are willing to put their family under the bus because they want to hide their secret. They don't want to stand up and just take the take the exploitation of what they did. So it could be something as small as this: your husband is a police officer, but he is a part of some type of secret society. Somebody wants in or wants to have some type of something over the secret society. Now you would think if somebody brought this problem to a secret society, they may get rid of this person. Now, again, some of these things are separate. If you don't know nothing about this, or because some of these women are in tune with what these societies are doing, or they're in them too, right? But somebody could be saying what I'm saying is stopping my person, but I'm my own separate person. Don't try to get somebody. That's my main thing I've been saying. Don't try to get somebody in trouble like, oh, you gave this person the energy, or you telling them or something. No, give all that glory to God. Don't give that to no man. That's why I say, because most of these men don't want you to know. They didn't told you or nothing like this. They didn't, it's just the people don't know what else to do. You should have got rid of that person, that male or female, when they did that one thing and they got caught, and you should have just let them, you should have just severed them right there. Because I'm not a part of no club. I ain't never been a part of no club. I'm all alpha energy. I don't deal with people really like that. So, your family could have been torn apart by something just as simple as that. Your man got caught cheating, but they sent this person in because they know who you about to be, right? And then this person don't want you to have none of their money. Rather, it's their own money that they've been saving up, or money that they stole when they was connected to you with a third party that showed them about assets that you didn't know about that belonged to you, and they stole them, and they're gonna run off together or whatever this is with these assets. You see, it's like hmm. And then these people also could have been siphoning from the woman that was blindfolded or whatever, or in a two of swords energy. Um, they could have been doing this, and then they're saying that, oh, this is what we do, or this is order. It's 2024. We got laws and shit, bitch. You know what I'm saying? I don't care if you know how to bring people back to life or not. You should be charged with those murders or those deaths, or you going around here trying to manipulate people or ruin something. Because I feel like whoever this is that you're dealing with, the Holy Spirit, you're not really changing nothing about this person. Yeah, these people might be giving you stuff in your food that's taking away your brain power, making you lethargic and things like this or something like this. But it's not messing with the, as long as you stay in alignment, it's not messing with your core elements. So they want to tell, you know, America, or they want to tell someone, oh, you don't bringing nothing to the table because this guy was able to like ravage or even find a reason, oh man, 20 years ago we didn't tell you, but we did see your girl with somebody else at the movies or something like this, whoop de whoop. And then they just thought it was fun that there would be a reason for them to take your riches and your royalties and blindfold you or treat you like some animal and put things in your body and your system to try to corrupt you or to control you or something like this, right? It's a crime. You were fully aware of what you were doing and with these other people. And any man that's okay, and you still sitting up next to, or a version of you is still sitting up next to that woman, should be ashamed of yourself. And that woman raising your children, you should be ashamed of yourself. Or your man, whoever, but these could be men and women that's doing this to people. But we know it has to be something more about that person why you wanted to do that in the first place. That's why you can't never dismiss one of us if there's even more than me. So I'm not afraid to speak against any group, because most of these people had a hand in doing these things that they've been doing, especially to alleged women, because they know the superficial, surface level, stereotypical thing that they're going to use for women, maybe her beauty, her weight, her body count, or something like this. It really doesn't matter. Because if you knew about a person's body count, whether you was married or you looking at this woman for marriage, because most of these men ain't even marriage material because of the way that they moving. They've moved and they're moving. So who the fuck are you? You're judging these women, or these women didn't even invite you into their lives, and you're a perpetrator. You know what I'm saying? You a predator. You should see what I'm saying. How you gonna judge me and say, oh yeah, no, I'll pass? Bitch, I didn't invite you here. How do you know you the type of man that I would ever even look at twice? You understand what I'm saying? That's why I said, girls, please don't let them get you with that shit. Because again, a lot of this stuff is them and their mamas and their daddies in the communities that was sending these people towards you or using you as some sex beta kitten or in some MK Ultra programming. And some of the shit you might have been doing on your own. Oh well. I look at sexual energy as the same. The woman can do the same thing that a man could do. As many times as he done did it and everything. A lot of these people is just they just mad. I feel like a lot of these men could be also feminine energies. They could be harvesting your masculine energy. If they did castrate a lot of women in the 80s and stuff like this, or a lot of men in the 80s and make them females, some of these men, they acting like little hoes and doing little slander and burn book activity because these are really the females. And you handle like a G because you really the masculine. I'm just saying, in some of these cases, this is true. The thing that they don't talk about is with this same sex energy, especially when it comes to men, it deters or it changed the way or the respect that they have for women. Some people will say, oh, it's women that made me turn gay or something like this. No, it was no, it might have been you, or it might have been some kind of abuse or something that you're covering up while you're trying to use technology and stuff to force somebody else to face their demons. And some of these demons ain't even yours. Some of these demons ain't even yours. In my season, I've seen a lot, especially in the past year or so. I've seen a lot of any man, like I said, any father or uncle or anything like this that want to be above you or better than you. You're treasonous. It's my season. It's not yours. A lot of these other people, these elders, you already had your turn. So it's kind of like one person in a relationship could also be in competition with you and you didn't even know this was a competition, or you thought you was fighting everybody else out there. You didn't think you was fighting the person that was in your house, or you didn't think that person was infiltrated. And like I said, when you infiltrated like that, then you compromise. And I can't trust. That don't mean I had to leave you right away or something. I just can't. I got to feel the whole thing out, but I can't. I can't trust you to be. I got to call it out to let people know that I'm not. I'm not agreeing with this. I'm not agreeing with this. I'm agreeing with me being in charge of calling the shots in my life. I don't want somebody else that is mentally ill or one of these abusive women that's trying to protect, that's trying to be on a team to judge those of us that were protecting men when you were small, that were touching on you because it was their brother or something like this, or a family member or something, and they didn't want they didn't want the information about the family to get out. So they didn't want you to ever know, or they didn't want you to tell, or something like this. So again, some of these people, like I said, if they're working at some of these facilities, and some of us are chipped or hybrid or something like this, what I was saying is there's a problem if these women have taken and put their memories and stuff, and now they're like, oh, but you know what? Whoever you be with or something like this, you got to face those demons or something like this. But no, somebody's not facing their demons; they're facing your demons. These women, and I feel like that's what somebody is saying. Somebody ought to know that somebody was purposely like using somebody's domain as a dumping ground for their sins. And so this even goes back to Jesus or Christ or somebody dying for these people's sins. I said, no, I don't want to share I don't want to be bound. Somebody said, oh, when you hurt, I hurt, trying to act like they a twin. No, you binded yourself to me. And you think that you're going to get all the finances and the and all the gifts and all the glory, right? And it's kind of like yeah, it's something like that. And so everybody's like, oh, you're gloomy, or everything you talk about is dark or something. Well, your journey is over there. You don't have to come. Nobody is forcing you to come over here. This is mine here. You see, the battle is not yours, it's the Lord. So if the battle was mine, then I'm talking here. I'm calling judgment on particular people. I am exposing. I'm not going to do what you do in the dark to fit in with you. I'm going to expose what you're doing because I don't like it. I don't want it to be a part of anything that I'm having something to do with or anything that I'm building. So I still have faith in that, and I still have faith in God, and I still have faith in myself or a higher power. Everybody doesn't have to go that way. Some of us have standards. We've always had them. You just thought because you knew some secret about somebody that they didn't have them, or you could go ahead and slander them and act like they don't have no respect for themselves, they don't like themselves, they don't carry themselves, they don't da 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 da, whatever, whatever. These people is weird, man. Some of these women that clown other women because of the way they dress, or they don't have money to finance a nice wardrobe or something like this, or these expensive nails or something like this. And I noticed with even in tarot, people more worried about that than the message or something like this. And it's like, yeah, but I wonder what you was just doing on your knees or something like this with that role of men the other night. Confirmation. Why you got that money. And then some people are proud of their girls for going out and being able to trick off and get money. They might look at you as dirty or something like this. Maybe they say, well, all them little boys you was running around with when you were younger, something like this. But I look at it as everything happens for a reason. It's definitely some fountain energy here. Not worry about these people. hmm You see? A lot of these men tried to go off and do the same thing that another masculine was doing or you was doing. These people end up got sick or got humbled or got set down real quick because God didn't make them the same way that they made you. That could have been a protective barrier put around somebody because God knew that they was using this child to do something. Now you would say, well, okay, well, why didn't God stop this from happening? Because at the same time, God needed you to be doing something on a natural basis this way, but these people got involved and start using it in an abnormal way or whatever to benefit or make money off of whatever God was doing naturally. All right. That's kind of how I look at it. And so for your protection, this might have been something that had to happen here. That being a fountain could be a seal of protection, or could have been a seal of protection, and now you're not in that energy no more, and people want to still come towards your energy. But I do feel like we are dealing with different beings that have been here, and these beings have some type of night. I don't know. It's something about the night, y'all. This could be like that movie Children of the Night. It's something about something like this. Okay, something about Mary too. Somebody named Mary. Okay, it maybe has something to do with that black goo or something like this. This could be some type of alien something. Like we got, I'm seeing green goo, black goo. If you look at some coat of arms, they have green lions on them. That could be, you know what I'm saying, alien lion breeds. They have white lions on some of them. Sometimes it's gold. I'm not sure if I ran into a purple one yet. Not sure. But a lot of this stuff represent a lot of things. There's other beings on this planet that have double vision or something like this, or they're able to do things that we're not privy of. It would freak you out if you knew what they're able to do. Sometimes they're not doing this in your home, but you feel it real closely, like it's in your home, because they could have made a clone or an extension of you, and that they actually have this person somewhere at a facility or something, and they're doing this stuff or this research or something to that person that they have at that facility. And it's so close to you that you feel like it's happening in your home. But again, some of these people could be working with your community, the very village or neighborhood that you're living in, and family members and stuff that still reside in those areas that may be vampires or so-called immortals or something like this, and they have different ways of communicating, traveling. They're the ones that come up with working on teaching people how to remote view and all these other things. So weird. Because as we sit here, knowing that there ain't even really supposed to be no more presidents, and talking about this debate, there's real other shit going on here that's happening, and these people know it's happening too. These politicians, they tapped in, they know about the other world, the otherworldly. They do. I can't pick up with the unseen force that might be. We know that Trump got MAGA and stuff like this or whatever. We got QAnon, we got Anonymous, we got all these different groups and these Milwaukee, all the way from these different types of groups or something like this. But I don't know why I feel like I see with Kamala and them. I don't know why I feel like it's like underground king energy with like something about, I don't know, it's like street gang activity, like it's some type of other activity here. I don't want to go naming any names or any groups or something, but there's some type of, like the cartels, there's some type of group here. It's not a nice crowd or something here. Um, or maybe they are nice to somebody, but this is what did Obama say? I think he said the hooligans or something. There's another group here. I just really can't quite identify this group. Like, street gang level, like like I said, because I'm seeing a youthful energy here. Like I said, the more mature gang groups that but see, these gang members were a part of trafficking and stuff too, though, in rituals and rites. Um, like how you just see like the Bloods and the Crips. That's kind of like the mature version of the something. But when we were growing up, I could have sworn we had some like little groups like the foes or the fours or something, and then we had like they had like BDs and like other little groups like that. Like this more rowdy, more rowdy. It would seem like a Lil Wayne or something would be in one of those groups. But it just make me think because Lil Wayne, I don't know, Lil Wayne do kind of look like my play sister's cousin, Lil Wayne, or Baby Wayne. So there's something here. There's something here about like also cloning and some type of research or something like this. All this shit ties in. Is really weird because these groups that I'm talking about, they don't see color. These even some of these media people, they know who these people are. I've seen many media people in the media. They look like people I know from my area, or they look like I don't know if this is. I mean, if this is the truth, I don't see what's the big deal. I don't know what they thought. If somebody is the Messiah or the Son of God, if they couldn't keep this person sleeping forever, I don't know what they thought was going to happen when this person started waking up and seeing something and sharing their story or giving their testimony. Like, who do you think you are to try to stop somebody from doing that? I know you don't think that you that big. I know you don't think that you that powerful or something like that. I know you ain't just like think you're going to continue to laugh and play in the face of God. I know like, what are you worried about what I'm saying for if it's not true? My channel only got four. I told y'all for first 4 years, 5 years, I only had 1,000 subscribers. I just got like 4,000 subscribers in the past 2 years or something like this. What are you worried about what I'm saying on this channel? So either A, you telling me that more people is watching me on different platforms and they getting props over there on their platforms and I'm not able to make nothing off my platform, you know what I'm saying, or get any growth off my platform because other people taking my material and putting it on other platforms. And somebody else is getting the accolades or something for it. That's why I said these people like to work. It make me think about that Tyler song. She said, make me sweat, make me water, make me lose my breath, make me hotter. Now, when I thought about this, I said, make me sweat. So this is Asia. It's giving me four elements or something. This is giving me Asia also, because I really do think that person may be familiar and they could have took these children to somewhere else. Now, when we talk about, because I think she's Senegalese or something like this. Now, this could be them raised these people down in Florida or something. They took these children from me or somebody else and they raised them down in Florida. But they could have took them to Africa and raised them there. Who knows? Okay. But that made me think about the sweatshop. Somebody was working these children in a sweatshop or using some type of talent. If you're very beautiful, maybe geisha energy. If you are very talented, you know how to write, these people will keep you in some kind of element or something and have people all in your dome using your intellectual property to get your lyrics or get something like this, right? Okay. This could be also if somebody knows how to make something or create something or something like this. Somebody want to put you in a sweatshop to make clothing or something like this. So that's make me sweat. So they could have been making these people as a child be in a sweatshop or something. Okay. Make me water. So that means that mommy wata is like putting somebody under a contract or something like this. Okay, maybe separating this person from their family. Like it's mainly men that I thought mommy wata dealt with on this level, but I'm guessing this could be anybody. That's like industry. Like some people could have been born with industry ties, or again, this is keeping a secret away from the mother that she was supposed to inherit a certain thing. Like for instance, I don't know why I just heard a capital, the capital. Okay, I don't know. Okay, this could be something to do with like Capital Records or something. Somebody that worked for that company or something like this. So keep an inheritance, a large inheritance away. Something about Cadillac records or something. I don't know what the hell we talking about, but this might resonate with somebody. Somebody might have had a parent that worked there. When they was, you might have heard stories about, yeah, my daddy worked at that record company, or these could be starseeds with parents that was signed to these labels or something like this, right? But that's what they do. They put these women as a third party to steal from the actual party that is the one that's abundant. Okay. And then this woman gets the man to leave the house with the assets. So Papa was a rolling stone, and seeming to me more like this was some kind of aspect where it wasn't just that. Somebody was laying their seed where they can come back and get abundance or something like this. It ain't even about snatching up the money right away. You could have been sitting on that money or whatever like this. Nobody touched it for a long time. They had a whole bunch of other women that they laid eggs with or something like this that they could go to get this. It's just these foreign women that were showing them how to rob us. The ones that hold some type of stake or wealth in this soil right here. All right. Slowly taking away something where now they're hanging on your family tree and you're not anymore. Okay. So this could also be somebody putting this person on that person's roster or on their slave sheet, okay? And secretly taking becoming a guardianship over these children, taking the rights from the mother. Now the mother would not be privy of this because I told you with certain animals like camels and other different animals, when something happens to their baby or they have a baby and the baby has to go off to get some kind of care, or the baby dies or something, sometimes they will and there's like some discrepancy, they will cover up the eyes, the nose, and everything of the animal and do something. It's like a ritual that they do with the animal, and then slowly remove that, and then the mother just accepts that child as if it's theirs. Okay, in the hospital, when you go have your children, you there's already connects and contracts with the darker part of the doctors and nurses don't have to know about this, but the people that own the hospitals, they do. Like I said, you don't know. Everything is a pyramid scheme anyways. You know about what's going on the bottom level, or you know what doctors and nurses supposed to know. Most people don't know what's going at the dark about where them parts go and all this other shit that get taken off of people in the hospital. They don't know all the time what's happening in the darker spaces in the top of the pyramid or the organization. So it makes me think like hold on one second.
All this cat hair, I just moved one of her boxes.
Mm-hmm.